Estamos de volta na live, agora jogando um jogo diferente, certo? Jogar o jogo do Alan. O Next Stage? Não. O Wake. O Alan acordado. Calma aí, não tá aparecendo nada na tela. Aí é foda, bicho. Aí é foda. Tá, esse aqui. Captura de jogo, captura de monitor. Captura. E agora? Será que vai? Não tá indo. Oh, foi. Agora tem que ver se estão me ouvindo. Peraí que eu vou mutar. Perfeito, tá todo mundo me ouvindo. Show de bola. Todo mundo que tá na live. Um total de 0 pessoas. As minhas gameplays. Ué, é verdade,
I'm
ué.
home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Switch on the coffee maker.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Não abre a porta. F. Pior jogo. Injogável. Nossa, que chique isso aqui, tá? Tudo de ventilação, mano. Muito louco. Vocês compraram o quê? Uma TV nova? Nice. Instalar, né? Não instala? Não. Goro Alice. Tá aí o meu café. Não vou parar isso agora não. Vou ver o que tem aqui. Ó quem tá aí. Matheus Wench tá na live. Salve, Matheus Wench. Tudo bom? Buenas noites. Ah, é verdade, eu tenho que ler. Momento Alanzoca. Vamos ler todas as... Olha, eu peguei... Ah, não, peguei quase todas. Qual foi que eu não li? Essa, né?
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Entendi porra nenhuma.
At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I
Tudo na
couldn't remember
paz,
was
Matheus
either a
Wench. Tudo na
terrible and
paz. Só
true
nas gameplays
prophecy
aqui.
or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. "The cabin on Cauldron Lake?" she asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying.
Tá bom. Examinar o quê? Ah, aqui. Meus livros. O retorno. Alex Casey. What I Can Forget. Alex Casey. The Things That I Want. The Fall of Casey. Legal. O cara tem 5 livros já publicados. E uma tem... Por que tem essa pistola dourada aqui? Você gosta de pistolas douradas, cara? Olha, tem um QR Code. Valorant. Valorant é muito... Já joguei muito. Tem muitas horas de Valorant já. Turns out this isn't too bad even if you are not sitting on a couch when you play it. Who knew? Tem um texto aleatório no jogo. Nunca manda sub? O que é sub? Tentando ser o view default. Que? Não entendi.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ih? O que? Ah, tá na minha mesa. Ah, aí, tá vendo? Tomei spoiler do meu... Tá vendo? Esse jogo eu tenho que confiar nele, eu não posso desconfiá-lo.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Entendi, viewer. Entendi. Isso aqui. O que aconteceu? Eu nem vi.
I'm right here, baby.
Ah, ela tem medo do
I'm
escuro.
fine. Just get the lights back on now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi. Okay.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but
Não
it's
venho,
just,
dois não. Me recuso a jogar na
especially
Epic.
when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very
Eu tava mexendo na câmera aqui pra ver se dá pra dar um zoom, alguma coisa assim, mas não dá. Ah, dá pra ver muito a Helena quando eu tô com o microfone ligado? Tá. Eu eu só quero saber se dá pra ouvir na live. Não, é que eu não tava falando até agora, né? Mas agora eu tô falando? Tá. Ahn, beleza. Eu tô esperando o Enche me responder, porque tem um delay, né? Não, não dá pra ouvir a Helena. Perfeito. Então tá bom. Tá. Tá, bem baixinho, tá bom. Beleza, eu vou pôr minha câmera aqui mesmo. Espero que não comprometa nenhuma legenda. Ai,
well.
vamos lá.
I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Eu acho que esse lugar da câmera tá bom. Que isso?
I'm
Ah, é um
sorry you had to
peixe.
cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I
Sim, o
suppose.
Alan é.
but it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Esse cara, eu não gosto do Alan.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Tá bom, já tô indo. Deixa eu explorar aqui o que tá acontecendo. Mas ele não responde às pessoas. As pessoas perguntam coisas, ele não fala as coisas. Ele não termina de falar. Ontem tava falando com a garçonete perguntou se ele tava com a esposa dele e ele falou outra coisa.
Good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Mas esse jogo é legal. Toda vez se eu insisto aqui, o jogo fala coisas diferentes. Muito tora. Não consigo pular pela janela. Tá. Olha o mapa.
The sheriff wanted to see you in her office.
Olha lá, caraca, a terceira fala diferente. Então, eu recriminei ele ontem. Se você estiver na live de ontem, se assistir, vai estar lá. Você tá com a sua esposa? Ele tava com a esposa dele, mas ele não responde essa pergunta. Ele fala outra coisa, ele arranja uma desculpa. De novo a velha doida da luz. Calma, onde que eu tenho que ir?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office.
Alice
down the
was
corridor.
missing. I needed help to find her.
That
I
was
wasn't ready
Cynthia
to
Weaver.
leave.
I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Então quer dizer que você é uma ingrata, então. A moça escreveu vários livros legais e você tá aí reclamando. Só porque ela é doidinha?
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Tá bom, gente, tá bom. Aqui, ó. Tá vendo? Café, ó. Não, isso aqui eu não vou mexer não, porque senão eu vou pular coisa. Será que eu vou pular coisa? Esse papel aqui. Aí, tá vendo? Papel.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking.
Infelizmente esse jogo não tem legenda em português, nem tradução.
Standing in the shadows behind the cabin,
Talvez um
like a
mod.
thin woman in a black dress.
Talvez.
She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Será que tem mod? Eu não pesquisei. Ele tentou abrir a porta, ué. Esse jogo parece que ele...
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you down the corridor in her office.
Tá bom, tá bom, tá bom. Read o quê? Como é que é o nome dele? Richard Ball, Bruce Danks e Jacob Miller. On a camp trip overdue. Nananana. Será que foi os caras que eu matei? Tá. Falar com a xerifa.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
Quem que ligou pra ele?
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Ué, ela foi sequestrada? Mas a casa dela tinha sumido. A casa que ela tava. Ué, como isso é possível?
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Tá.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for
Hey,
good.
can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got
Nossa,
it.
mas aí traduzir.
Oh,
Nossa, não dá.
see, Sure. I beat him up. I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Bom, não foi o Danny, foi um alienígena. Foi isso que ele disse.
I told him, oh yeah, well, I don't
Mais um
hear
papel.
what it is. We're on your feet.
O que será que ele faz se eu apagar?
Oh, why'd you do that for?
Ah, que legal.
You're with them, aren't you? You're those space aliens!
Não.
You think you got me right where you want? Well, you just wait! You just wait! Stick by what I'm...
Não.
I'm sick of what
Pronto,
I'm
fala mais pra
saying.
mim.
I
Fala.
don't think your number's the same as my number.
Bom, foda-se então.
We have different
Valeu, falou.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Tá. Aqui, vou pegar um negocinho.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? It's No point in getting all worked up yet.
Tá bom. Olha, é um carro de verdade. Um Ford Focus.
The caller had told me to find a
Focus?
hole
No.
in the fence behind the police station. There was something
Como é que é o nome
found
desse
in
carro?
an abandoned car.
Como é que é o nome? Eu esqueci. Não é um Focus, é um... Ai, mano. Que era uma barca gigantesca. Patrocinado esse jogo, viu? Não é... Ford Fusion. Fusion. É com F também. Ford Fusion. Fusion. Isso aqui eu não sei. Isso aqui também é uma Ford também. Não, mas não vou agora lá, peraí. Não vai ter essa porta aqui? Não dá. Tá bom, já entendi já. Entra aqui. Aí pula aqui. Pula aqui. Aí aperta aqui. Plau. É, meu amigo, assim não dá, né? Aí pega esse papel aqui. Antes.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Ah.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Eu não sei se é assim que funciona. Por que toda pessoa principal que tem a família sequestrada escuta o sequestrador e não a polícia? Eu não sei o que eu faria na situação dessa pessoa. Talvez eu escutaria a polícia. Eu falaria, ó, ele falou pra não falar pra vocês que eu tô falando com vocês. Oxi.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Sequestrava a família do bandido, isso. Acho uma boa solução. Bom, o cara dormiu, né? Então eu vou apagar a luz, certo? Ele dormiu. Não quer a luz ligada, não.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their...
Oxi.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Que isso, cara?
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a
Nossa, tem muito
swing,
diálogo nesse jogo, não dá pra ler o
This
chat.
is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Então, se uma prisão você não pode dormir o dia todo, né? Isso seria uma punição? É. Mas dormir no chão? Acho que já é uma punição suficiente. Dependendo do tempo. Ah, eu quero um chapéu. Tem como pegar chapéu. Mamute. Papel aqui.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller.
Podemos.
But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Tem, mas o cara dormiu no chão, né? Eu não sei. Não sei pra onde essa conversa tá indo. A gente pode, se você quiser entrar agora, eu fecho a live e vou pro Risk of Rain. O que você tá fazendo, Alan?
I'd come here to rent a cabin, where I could wait till midnight.
Não, pode continuar, tô trabalhando. Putz. Que merda, hein?
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Que problema que você tem que resolver?
You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You
Também
gotta
acho.
talk to the cops.
Também acho.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Eu tô brincando com você. Qual que é a treta do VS Code aí? Tô falando de mim aqui, como é que pode? Olha, tinha uma coisa pra ler aqui. O esqueleto do mamute de Colômbia. Essa espécie estimada de ser de 14 mil anos atrás foi redescoberta no Laboratório Pitts em 1981. Pitts é o quê? Pitts é. Não sei. É um tipo de lugar com água. Não lembro. Foi doado para o Elderwood National Parque Nacional de Elderwood em 1998, quando o Columbia Mamute. Entendi. Fizeram de mascote. Quando essa espécie de mamute foi nomeada o fóssil do estado, coisa de americano. Tá, beleza. Nossa, basicamente eu preciso preencher um formulário pelos dados que eu salvei no local state. Simples, né? Parece que não. A live fazendo um cafezinho. Tá maluco. Amanhã é segunda, pior dia. Então, o que se trata o jogo? O Alan, ele é um escritor de livros de suspense muito famoso. Aí ele veio pra essa cidade onde ele tá passar férias. E aí. Aí o. Aí ele tava com a esposa dele. E ele tá meio que tá com um problema de escrever, tá com bloqueio criativo. Aí. Aí ele tá com bloqueio criativo e foi pra esse negócio de tirar férias, né? Aí na. Como é que é o nome? Aí ele tava lá na cabine que eles foram, lá no meio de um lago, no meio de um vulcão inativo, tal. Ele tava lá, aí a esposa dele falou assim: quem sabe assim, eu trouxe uma máquina de escrever pra você, quem sabe assim você se inspira e tal. Aí ele ficou bravo com ela porque ele não quer ficar forçando ele escrever mais, tá ligado? Mas meio que todo mundo meio que força ele a escrever mais. A esposa dele só queria ajudar, ela não queria, tipo, dinheiro, nada. Ela só achava que ele tava se incomodando com o fato de não conseguir escrever e tentou fazer isso, né? Aí ele brigou, saiu da casa, foi embora. Aí ele ouviu a esposa dele gritando logo em seguida, depois que ele saiu. Aí ele voltou, ela tinha sumido, meio que tacaram ela num lago e ele pulou atrás dela. Aí, corte seco, ele tá num carro batido, o carro deles, num penhasco. E aí ele tenta ir, faz um caminho lá e vai até um posto de gasolina. Nesse penhasco, o carro dele cai do penhasco e ele sai antes. E aí ele mata umas pessoas que são meio que de sombras no meio do caminho, tipo, você ilumina. A gameplay é assim, tipo, você ilumina a pessoa de sombra, aí ela para de ser de sombra E... Como é que é o nome? Não sei se foi um Monstro do Lago. Então, sei lá, é meio bugado, porque fica dando flashback. Como se, tipo, ele tivesse escrito isso. Tem, tipo, vários papéis que ele meio que escreve. Como se tivesse ele vivendo a história dele que ele tá escrevendo nele mesmo. Só que ele não lembra de ter escrito. Só que ele já escreveu. Só que, sabe? É meio maluco, assim. Aí. Aí ele vai matando esses caras lá no meio da floresta até chegar no posto. Aí chega no posto, ele liga pra polícia, chega a xerife e fala: Então, já faz uma semana que você tá aqui. Ah, mas e a minha esposa? Ela sumiu naquela casa do lago. Ela falou assim: Mas a casa do lago não existe desde os anos 1970. E aí. Ah, é verdade. Antes ele. Então, eu não sei, eu acho que sim. Mas ao mesmo tempo eu acho que não. É confuso. É. Aí tem um esquema de tipo dele se curar na luz. Então ele, sei lá, se ele toma um tiro, ele vai na luz, ele se cura. Não faz a minha ideia, tipo, o cara é, não sei. Aí tem outra coisa também, que eles foram numa lanchonete, que foi quando eu falei lá na outra live, falou com a garçonete. Ele foi pegar a chave com onde eles iriam, a chave e o local onde eles iriam se acomodar, porque aparentemente eles reservaram um lugar sem saber onde é. Aí chegou uma senhora e deu a chave e o local, mas não era essa senhora que ia dar a chave e o local pra ela, para eles, era um outro cara. Que inclusive esse cara ele mata no meio do caminho, porque esse cara fica maluco e ataca ele com um machado. E também deu um esquema lá de luz lá. E aí é isso, aí ele vai pra delegacia e agora ele tem que vir pra cá porque o sequestrador ligou pra mulher dele, ligou pra ele falando que tem que encontrar ele em algum lugar. No sequestrador. Aí ele veio pra cá, não sei por quê, não entendi direito por que ele veio pra cá. Porque foi aqui onde ele pode dormir, não sei.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake.
O carro está acolchado.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Ou seja, vai ter uns negócios assim pra eu prender meu pé. Se não bastasse...
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof, into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Get the keys and get to the car. Tá, peguei a chave. E agora eu vou pro carro. Tá, o amigo dele tá achando que ele tá maluco. Que foi tudo isso que eu contei.
Crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo!
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission. You want to know where you can shove that flashlight?
Lock the door when I leave.
Yep, you go ahead and do what you have to do. I'll be fine. Alone, but fine. In a cabin straight from a horror movie. Watch where you point that thing, Al.
Tá. Cafetino, cappuccino. Batteries.
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you. I'll just sit here in the dark till you come back. Or until I get eaten by a grue. I didn't realize we were back in the 3rd grade here.
Desculpa, cara, eu tô tentando. Poxa, é chato. Não passa. Acho que é só aqui mesmo. Tá. Tem que chegar no Pico do Amor, Pico dos Amantes. Pico dos Amantes. O que isso significa? Não sei. Certeza que eu vou dar bala em alguém. Meter bala em Nilba.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Isso. Tá. Não tem bala aqui pra mim? Não tem nada. Opa! Oh. Manuscript.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Mas como é que o cara sabe que você tava? Ele sabe, ele falou na ligação, né?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Legal, me deu uma justificativa por que eu não vou de carro. Beleza. Aí vou vir aqui pra lutear. Que isso? Susta porra. Tá. Opa.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record,
The participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, that's kind of you to say.
Tá, falou no rádio, não disse nada, só falou, olha, o médico gosta de comer torta. Não. Menino. O que tá acontecendo? Oxi. Acho que eu vim pelo lado errado. Nossa, eu vim pelo lado muito errado. Calma. Lover's Peak, Moonshine Cave, Chablau. Ah, Bezerra, por que você tá entrando em tudo isso? Porque sim. Os corvos. Ih, lá vai vir. Vai vir um monte de coisa. Vai dar play na TV que vai começar um negócio absurdo.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Entendi. Um mano matou um cara sem explicação e gostou de ser preso. os corvos aqui fazem barulho de cachorro. Tá. É, pois é. Oxi. Manuscrito. Ah, não vou ficar nesse manuscrito não. Muita coisa pra ler, mano. Uma trilha aqui. Não alimente os animais. Tá bom, passa fome. Mais um manuscrito. Vou ter que ler os manuscritos, é muita coisa. Vamos lá. Nossa!
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Agora não tá falando nada com nada, tá falando... Tá falando de uma pessoa... Que... Que? É uma poesia isso aqui.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman.
Não, já tinha ouvido isso.
This was a late goodbye.
Por que o narrador tá mudando?
13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Ué, tô prevendo o futuro? Eu não tava lá ainda.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Ah, beleza. Foda-se o Barry. O Barry tá com medo porque o Alan tá maluco. Tô nem aí.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Sabe o que eu entendi? Nada. Tô parecendo um Alan jogando The Ring. O Alan Wake não, o Alan Zoka.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
Quem é Rusty?
Help me!
Um boneco não anda, não corre.
Can you hear me? Anyone? Please help! Hello? Back here. I'm back here.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
¿Qué?
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Esse carroço vai começar a latir, tô até vendo. Get the lights on. Como é que faz? Ali?
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Tá. Incrível como o americano tem bala em todo que é lugar, né?
That was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oil patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Caralho.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only for
those
visitors
who purchase a park
fishing
license obey.
Ué.
Operator's instructions.
At all times.
Rusty, no!
Never
No approach closer than 100 yards.
to bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
pets must be.
At all times.
Never leave your pet
And unattended.
It is
Against the law.
to remove any
Natural objects.
or historical evidence.
Deus. Ai. Só os capê tudo. Veio pra cima de mim. Oi. Claro, porque no meio do lixo vai ter tipo uma caixa de bala. Ai ai. Começou a mentirada. Porra. Esse lugar é bonito. Assim, se não fosse pelos capeta que estavam aqui, seria bonito. Não atende não. TDAH do que?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Mas esqueci de falar pra ele deixar a luz acesa, né? Não, eu sempre aperto A. Tem uma missão aqui pra tirar em latinhas empilhadas. Mas essas não estão empilhadas, elas estão sem tomar. Cheias. Sem tomar é ótimo. Essa criança não sabe falar. Mano, vou ter que sair aqui. Boa noite, meu querido gameplay. Valeu, maninho. Tamo junto. É bom problema resolvido aí, sei lá. E boa semana pra nós, né?
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Vamos achar que não é agora. Será que eu deveria estar indo pro... Deveria ter ido pro Moonshine Cave primeiro? Que droga, mano. Toda vez que eu vou jogar esse jogo me dá sono. Vou terminar o capítulo 2 eu vou dormir. Bom, como o Lover's Peak tá longe, eu vou pro Moonshine Cave primeiro, só pra ver. Ai, me assustei com o meu próprio tiro. A setinha. Parece um lugar seguro, né? É um pouco. O Gerso. Ah, tá vendo? Devia ter vindo mesmo. Ficar bolado. Beleza. É, 2 balas não quer dizer nada, né? Mas tudo bem. Ai, ai, ai. Morrer. Morri. Caralho, mano. Sai, parça. Beleza. Deu o primeiro. Deu outro. Beleza, só HS. Só tapa. Beleza. Caraca, 66 metros de árvore. E aqui é alto, né? Muito foda. Será que essa árvore existe de verdade? Ó, foi duplo. Ai! Sai, parça. Morri. Só tenho 2 balas. Acabou. Morri. Esse jogo aqui é o tipo de jogo que eu gosto, mano. Que droga, velho. Vou querer zerar ele. Gameplay diferente de uma giro de guerra. Tá lutando contra alguma coisa que não é necessariamente só um outro país, alguma coisa assim aleatória. Atirei no pássaro com 8 balas, porque eu sou idiota. Ixi. Nossa, mas aí tomei no Fuck My Little Ass. Nossa, nossa, nossa. Nossa, acabou. Que eu mamei. Nossa, mas aí... Mas aí fodeu, acabou. Perdi, nunca mais. Nunca mais vou conseguir jogar. Muita gente. Que ódio! Aí ferrou, não tenho bala suficiente. Porque o jogo tá no normal, imagina se não tivesse no difícil. Aqui o pai foi de F. O que aconteceu? Ué, eles se atacam? Vai ter que ser flawless. Desvia. Esqueci que eu tava em live. Oxi. Ah, acabou. Não tem como. Tá. Pelo menos isso. Beleza. 6 é o que eu preciso, mas e depois? Pegou aqui. O que tem aqui pra pegar? Nada? Papel? Nada? Só esse colecionável? Ué. Ah, read. Vamos ler. Meu nós aqui. 853 was formed. The tree started growing em 1846. Parabéns. Muito carbono acumulado. Não precisa ter matado os caras. É só pular aqui, eu acho. E bala pra mim, né? Não tem nada, né? Eita porra. Não, não, não. Volta. Isso. Vai vir uns corvos aqui, certeza, 100%.
Shit.
Falei? Ah, tem 6 balas, 3 caras, beleza, 2 em cada.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
That flashlight's kid stuff.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Não, beleza. Onde arranja um sinalizador o tempo todo?
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. Story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. Stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it! Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. That's right. You just keep coming. Just die already, die! Stop moving! Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Piece of cake, Wake. Die already, die! Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. That's right. You just keep coming. stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. That's right. You just keep coming.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move. had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
of Widowmakers.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance. and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning. The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
hazardous occupation.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. I had to find the key to the garage. A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird. Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
Come here. Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You want to say something? I need to get my bearings.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.